Dr. and Mrs. Mxyzptlk, and I'm actually surprised I pronounced that right. And this episode, it was, I have to admit, it was a lot of fun. Of course, you guys know I'm gonna go into a whole thing about why I hate the whole Kara and Mon-El thing. But that aside, I really enjoyed this episode, and for Mxyzptlk is a Superman villain and character who is one of the cheesiest characters to ever be introduced to DC Comics. And we've seen him in various incarnations, whether it's like the Super Friends or Superman the Animated Series, Justice League, whatever. And this show, other than the actor being other than the character being played by this really suave looking kind of actor, other than that, they got his all the aspects of the character down to a T. Like the fact he is from a fifth dimension, he's an imp and has all these abilities to warp reality and stuff. It was cool having a comic book character, even though he didn't necessarily look the part, that he essentially was in every other aspect the exact same as he was in the comics. And it made for a really fun and lighthearted episode. And of all the DC shows, I feel like Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow are the most cheesy, and in terms of they know what they are, so they can really have fun with the stories that they can tell. In this episode being one of those episodes that it didn't necessarily matter much to the story. The whole Mxyzptlk being there and trying to marry Kara and him bringing the chaos into National City and all that stuff. But I had fun nonetheless. So here are some of the things I actually enjoyed about this episode. I did like the episode in the aspects of just showing everyone and where they are in their own relationships. Even we got a little subtle thing of Jean trying to contact McGann after she left a couple of episodes ago. So that was a nice little moment to have. And even Wynn got to have he got to have himself a date and some fun with that one alien character. I don't even remember her name. It was Lyra, I think is her name. So it's nice. It's nice to have Wynn be able to go out and experience things beyond just being the tech guy, the DEO. Because Wynn, he's a character that's really grown on me in the last year and a half. Because remember in the first couple of episodes, I really did not like his character, and I feel like he's a way better fit within the DEO and not just some guy working behind a desk at Catco. And I think I've noticed too, because of Calista Flockhart being gone, there hasn't been a total focus of them being at Catco this season. Yes, we had the scenes of James Olsen and Snapper Carr, but other than that, I feel like the focus on Carr's double life isn't really there this season. Especially in the last couple of episodes, while we might have some scenes at Catco here and there, most of the action takes place within the DEO and with the characters within the DEO. And so it's just, I don't know, I do kind of want to see Catco at some point again being more of a main thing and actually see Cat Grant come back. But I feel like I'd sidetracked a bit. But another thing I want to bring up too is, the whole Maggie and Alex relationship, because as you guys know, I've been a big supporter of this relationship from the day one. Up until recently, I've seen myself looking at the show and what they do, and I feel like I love the characters and I like their relationship, but I feel like the writers sometimes they don't know how to write their relationship well. I'm not saying it's bad. I just feel like in this episode there was just unnecessary drama. When Maggie got mad at Alex for making this big grand gesture for Valentine's, after Maggie told Alex that she doesn't like Valentine's, or that she hates Valentine's Day, and then she walks off and tries to leave because she's all mad about it. But then you go to find out it's because on Valentine's Day when she was in high school or middle school, whatever, and she was she forcibly had to come out because her best friend told her parents about it, and then her best friend's parents told her parents about her being gay and all this stuff. And well, that's understandable for her to be mad about it. Alex had no idea about that. So for Maggie to react the way she did, I feel like that's just the writers just creating unnecessary drama within their relationship. And I feel like every other episode there is some type of drama in their relationship that doesn't need to be there. Just have them actually be a normal couple. Because I feel like, my girlfriend actually brought this up when we were talking about it. It doesn't feel like a real relationship wouldn't last that many fights. The amount of fights they have, again, would not survive, however many months have been together already. So I just feel like, I like the relationship, and I did like the end of the episode where Maggie went out of her way to make her own Valentine's Day prom thing for Alex, and that was a really sweet thing to do. I want them to flesh out Maggie more as a character and just have their relationship develop naturally. Because I feel like when they just have all this unnecessary stuff going on, it dwindles down the relationship, and I feel like it doesn't matter as much because like there's so much back and forth of like, oh, are they gonna last or are they not gonna last? Like, just let them have their own healthy relationship. That's just all I want for the two characters. So, but other than that, I did like their dynamic within the episode. I still think they're a good couple. It could use some work in the writing, and that's just my thing on that. So you guys know, I hate the Mon-El character, and the entire episode, just his jealousy towards the Mxyzptlk situation and all the stuff going on. I still don't understand why Kara is attracted to Mon-El. In my personal opinion, I see them having zero. I don't see them having any sort of chemistry whatsoever. I don't know if it's the actors thing or the characters thing. And plus Mon-El, he's just not an interesting character. He's just like, I feel like he's like a frat dude, and that's all he is. And he's not even like trying to be a hero for the sake of being a hero and trying to do the right thing. He's only been doing these things lately because of Kara and because he has feelings for Kara, and that's not reason enough to be a hero. And I just feel like in the show, when you have such grounded characters like James Olsen, who's a character who I don't even know why he wasn't even in this episode, because I feel like he is another character who, much like Iris West in The Flash, like they're sidelining him for this, just straight white guy who they just want to force down everyone's throats and be like, hey, here's your couple, hashtag Caramel, or whatever the stupid ship name is. I just find myself watching every week, I don't think the actor's all that great either. Chris Wood, I think it's kind of ironic because I find his acting kind of wooden, and his name's Chris Wood. That was my girlfriend in the background. But yeah, I feel bad because I don't know the actor personally, obviously, so he could be like an amazing guy or whatever. I just find his acting skills and the way they write the Mon-El character, there's nothing about him that I like at all. And I just find myself, again, week after week, just rolling my eyes every time he even says anything, because I don't like their relationship, and I hate the episode ended with him and Kara making out. I didn't really like it. But on the flip side, I did like, going toward back to the Mxyzptlk thing, because it allowed, Kara to go back to the Fortress of Solitude again, and in that moment, that's how they were able to get Mxyzptlk to say his name backwards, by looking at all the different, Kryptonian symbols that translate to whatever Mxyzptlk is backwards. And I found it was cool because there's a lot of pop culture references in this episode. They're doing between like the whole Hamilton thing, and I really like how they had Mxyzptlk in the Superman suit, trying to mimic Superman. But I thought that was a weird way of trying to like win Kara over romantically, because you had him dressed as her cousin to win her over, and I think that's very weird. Like, yeah, that was a weird thing that they did. Other than that, I found myself again really enjoying this episode, just despite some of my feelings towards Mon-El and the unnecessary drama between Maggie and Alex. I had a lot of fun with this episode, even though it's a week late and Valentine's Day was last week, and that's why like the release schedule for the show to me doesn't make sense. I don't know why they didn't start a week or the same week of as the other DC shows. I don't know why they started a week later, because that makes like the schedule like a week late compared to all the other shows. I don't know, whatever. So yeah, with that being said, I think that's going to be it for me. So what did you guys think of this new episode? Sign your thoughts in the comments section below. Give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I know this video is a day late, and also with it being late, later tonight I will be uploading my review of the latest episode of The Flash, which is finally back after its 2-week break. So you guys can check that out, as well as my other DC reviews. And also for anyone who watches the show, This Is Us, my girlfriend Amy and I have started a review of the show. We did a review and recap of the whole season, as well as the latest episode of my channel. You guys can check that out. She's great, and I hope you guys really like her. If you guys can go check that video out. So yeah, again, that's going to be it for me. So until next time, guys, have a good one.